Hello everyone, I'm Junguno. I'm teaching physical education at Irina Middle School. I'll start the presentation with the theme of teacher-student relationships and class flow in physical education, the mediating effects of emotion regulation. The order of presentation is as follows. This is the introduction. The valuable relationships between teachers and students serve as a cornerstone of successful class management. The teacher-student relationship refers to the level of connection between the two, which represents a human physiological need. Teachers and students desire mutual trust, respect, and support from each other. In class, teacher-students influence each other as they continue to develop relationships. A positive emotional teacher-student relationship can reduce the problems that students experience and fosters achievement of educational goals. It is also associated with active class participation and academic achievement. When a teacher creates an emotional bond with the students and emphasizes with the student situation, the student is more immersed in class flow, and the relationship promotes the student's adaptability. The teacher-student relationship also has a significant relationship with students' emotional regulation. Teachers and students sometimes fail to control their emotions in a class situation. When there are emotional response and exchanges. When teacher-student relationships are positive, students smoothly control their emotions. And support from teachers has a positive effect on academic progress and social growth. Emotion regulation is positively related to various variables, and it is associated with increased concentration and classroom immersion. Teacher-student relationships affect class flow. When examining prior studies concerning class flow, positive teacher-student relationships as perceived by students had a positive effect on students' immersion and goal orientation. There is also a positive correlation between emotional regulation and class flow, and students' concentration and immersion in class situations cannot exclude the effects of emotion regulation. Despite these noticed findings, few studies have directly investigated the association between teacher-student relationships as perceived by students and emotion regulation and classroom flow, especially in physical education. In physical education, where various emotions are experienced through physical activities, it is important to investigate how the teacher-student relationship affects class flow and what role emotion regulation plays, as this will ultimately affect class quality. Our main purpose was to verify the mediating role of emotion regulation in the association between teacher-student relationships and class flow in physical education. Next are the research methods. Participants were students from 4 middle schools in Jeollabuk-do, Korea area. Participants were recruited using convenience sampling. After excluding insincere response and this with missing value, the data from 374 participants were analyzed. 188 girls and 186 boys. Study tools are as follows. First, to measure the teacher-student relationship, scale developed by Weber and Levy were revised and used. Second, for the assessment of emotion regulation, a scale developed by Mayer and Salovey was modified and used. Third, for the assessment of class flow, a scale developed by Martin, Jackson, and Kim was modified and used. The data analysis are as follows. First, we examined Pearson's product movement correlations between teacher-students relationship, emotion regulation, and class flow. Second, Amos 23 version was used to test the goodness of fit of the model. Third, Hawley and Smith's approach was used to verify the effects of the mediator variables, and bootstrapping was performed for significance verification. Next are the research results. Table 1 shows the correlations between teacher-student relationship, emotion regulation, and class flow as perceived by students. All sub-factors were significantly positively correlated. Table 2 shows the results of analyzing the goodness of fit of the proposed model. The model satisfied the criteria provided by Herrera above, indicating that the proposed model can be established as a theoretical model. According to Table 2, the direct effect of teacher-student relationship on emotion regulation. The direct effect of teacher-student relationship on class flow, and the direct effect of emotion regulation on class flow were all significant. Emotion regulation played a partial mediating role in the association between teacher-student relationship and class flow. The discussion are as follows. In physical education, the teacher-student relationship was directly correlated with emotion regulation. In physical education, the teacher-student relationship also had a direct positive relationship with class flow. Students who have a close relationship with their teacher are less likely to develop physiological maladjustment symptoms, such as anxiety, depression, or problem behaviors. In addition, adaptability who display emotional regulation have excellent social adaptability. Perceived social support from teachers is related to students' physiological stability and emotion control. Positive teacher-student interactions are also associated with positive student-peer interactions. In physical education, the teacher-student relationship also had a direct positive relationship with class flow. Positive teacher-student relationships are likely to have positive effects throughout the class. This finding supports peer students that showed that the level of trust students gain from teachers affects students' perceived class flow, active class participation, and academic achievement. Students who have formed positive relationships with teachers display more effort, patience, and immersion in class. Positive teacher-student relationships all contribute students' participation and continuity in class activities and class flow, as well as students' engagement and internal learning motivation. In the relationship between teacher-student relationship and class flow, emotion regulation was found to play a partial mediating role. In class, emotion regulation is important in that it promotes students' physiological stability and learning ability. The The positive emotional experience of students in class broadens the language and scope of attention, allowing them to be better focused and immersed in class. Providing positive feedback from teachers can help control students' behavior and improve the level of emotion regulation. In contrast, if a teacher gives a student negative feedback, it can cause negative emotions such as helplessness and anxiety, which hinders students' focus and immersion. However, when teachers give positive feedback to students, students can develop emotional regulation skills and it enhances class flow. Finally, here's the conclusion. In class, students' emotional experiences are important. Classes do not consist solely of teaching skills, and teachers must communicate and sympathize with students. Teachers' relationships with students are key to classroom management, and teachers cannot attain students' focus and immersion in the class without winning the hearts of students. Teachers need to build and develop emotional rapport with students in physical education so that students can develop emotion regulation skills, which may result in better class flow. Furthermore, with empathy and emotional understanding, teachers can create a safe classroom environment in which students can experience positive emotions in physical education. With this, I will conclude my presentation. Thank you.